two rushing touchdowns today and also a couple of big gains running up the middle. Just how comfortable do you feel if you have to tote the ball to get this offense going?
Yeah, I mean, I'm, definitely a dual threat guy, very athletic. No, it was, one of those things where just, they covered it well and had to get up and just get what I can. Yeah, I mean, I thought overall we did a good job. I thought, like Nick said, I think, they gave us some different looks early, did a good job covering. And at that point, just, I tried to get up and just get what I can and get down.
Nick, kind of a follow-up on that. Can you take us through that 10-yard rushing touchdown you had? What are you seeing? What are you reading? And what's kind of going through your mind when you're going in there?
Yeah, I mean, I was just going through the progression. They really matched everything well. Kind of was stepping up in the pocket and, just took off. There was nobody there. And then, felt like I just walked right in.
Good point.
Yeah, Collin, what does it just mean to this whole offense to have Kevin Harris running as well as he's been? And it looked like it might be a running back by committee to start the year. And it seems like Kevin certainly has established himself as a guy that, deserves the majority of carries that can really do some damage for you.
Man, Kevin's been great. That whole room's really been awesome the first two games. But I think, Kevin definitely balled out today. Had the monster run. I don't know how long it was, maybe 80 something, but ran really hard all day. He knows what type of runner he is, and ran really well. The offensive line did a great job today up front. We were able to be balanced, running and throwing it. But overall as an offense, I thought we definitely executed better in the second half. But Kevin's been great.
And secondly, I know you want to take a touchdown any way you can get it, but is there any small part of you that takes any kind of extra satisfaction out of scoring on the ground rather than by the pass?
I just like winning. I could care less if we threw the ball one time today as long as we win. So, I mean, it was, good to come in here and get a win and, just carry the momentum forward.
Collin, of course, if you get 300 yards rushing, I'm sure it's going to be able to win a lot of games. But knowing this system the way that you do, how important is it to be able to get the run game going in terms of being able to have success with this offense?
Absolutely. I mean, I think, the goal as an offense, people always say, is to be balanced. And today we were really, really able to run the ball well. And I think that is a big part of it. I mean, I think once you can run the ball, then, some play action stuff will start. The ends might not be pinning their ears back and coming quite as hard. But, I think that's a very big deal. And, like I said, I think our offensive line and backs did a great job today running the ball.
Yeah, Collin, I guess coming out of high school, you were listed as a pro-style quarterback. Do you have any gripes with that after today? And how nice was it to kind of see some new wrinkles in the offense and see some guys like DeCarrion Joyner have big plays? I saw your celebration after he scored too.
To the first part, no, I absolutely know who I am, and I am 100% still a pro-style guy. But it was fun to get different guys the ball in space, and like Nick said, I mean, DK got it and took it to the house. I mean, you can see what he can do. So it's fun when you get a lot of people involved, and kind of we're got things rolling in the second half.
Big Cox.
You've now played 2 games on the road. Do you feel like there's any such thing as home field advantage on college football this year, the way things are?
No, sir. To be honest, I don't. I thought last week, it's just a different feel. It's a different feel than the other years. And obviously I was in another conference, but I have played in that stadium before. But, it's different. I don't think there's a home field advantage necessarily. In a game like today, you definitely had to be a self-starter. Really wasn't many people in the stands, but that's fine. I think everybody's here because we love the game and want to play. But no, to answer your question, no, I don't think there's really home field advantage this year.
Take 2 more, Ben, then Michael.
Collin, on that DeCarrion Joyner run, what are you kind of looking for, and what are you kind of trying to do after you hand the ball off? Are you trying to sort of pretend that you're not kind of sneaking out to block, or what's sort of the approach there?
can't be telling you our plays, man. Can't be telling you what we do. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of been playing clean up. You know, if there's any like leakage right there, just pick it up. But you know, they flowed really hard, and I just kind of kept going and tried to stay out of the way / make a block maybe. But you know, he did a great job and you know, outran everybody who scored. So I was super happy for him.
Last question, Michael.
That catch by Nick Muse on that drive, that deep pass, it seemed like that really jump-started things for you guys. I know you went right back to him after that. You end up scoring the touchdown and get on the board. Just how important is it to get him involved in the offense? And just what is it like to see him be able to have a big game today after, you know, a couple of drops early on and then obviously the ACL injury and coming back from that too?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, anybody that has watched Nick play knows what he can do. I mean, the guy's a stud. And so I was really excited for him to be able to, you know, I think he had maybe, is it 5 for 85 today? But, you know, to have that kind of game, I was really excited for him. I mean, he works his tail off. You know, we were kind of in a similar, you know, situation when I first got here, just both in the training room trying to get healthy and, you know, seeing how that guy works and how he operates. You know, you wouldn't want it for, you know, another guy. I mean, that dude worked his tail off and, you know, I'm just really happy that, you know, he had the day he did. But, you know, about the drops, I mean, I don't know why everybody talks about that. Nobody talks about the throws I miss or anything like that. So, I mean, stuff happens. I mean, I miss throws, people drop, you know, it's a part of the game. But, you know, I think Nick's definitely had a great game today and, you know, hopefully we can keep that rolling next week.
Thank you, Colin.
Yep.